Hello, Stashers. Tonight at 6 p.m. is Backlash. It's the next pay-per-view after WrestleMania, the first pay-per-view after WrestleMania. So I'll be giving you my predictions on Backlash, and I'll be doing other stuff in this video. But tonight is Backlash, and that's coming up tonight. I don't have my glasses on right now, but I don't really need them. But tonight is Backlash. So buckle in for my picks. It's going to be interesting to see what happens to Backlash. I don't know if we're going to have any really new champions tonight because Roman Reigns plays. Roman Reigns fights tonight, and I don't know if he's going to win. I think he's going to win. Roman Reigns fights Jacob Fatu tonight. Jacob Fatu is one of Roman Reigns' cousins, and I think Roman Reigns is going to win that match. But we'll get into that later on again in the video. The number one is Danhausen versus Mystery Tag Team Partner and The Miz and Kit Wilson. Last night on WrestleMania, Danhausen was trying to find his partner and couldn't find one. He first tried to have a sign-up sheet, and then he tried to make a clone of himself, but his clone machine busted, and we don't know who his partner is going to be. A lot of speculations and reports that I saw yesterday think it could be Jelly Roll. I don't know if I want it to be Jelly Roll, because I like Jelly Roll, but I'd rather have it be somebody that maybe in the future he can tag with in WWE, and I don't see Jelly Roll having a real future in WWE because Jelly Roll's a country singer. But Jelly Roll's a country singer, so I don't really see him having a big future in WWE. But we'll see. It's going to be interesting to see who he gets as his partner. But I think Danhausen's going to win because Danhausen's a goofy character, so I think he's going to somehow do something goofy and win the match against The Miz and Kit Wilson and somehow win. But we'll see. It's going to be an interesting match to see how that plays out. But I think Kit Wilson. I think The Miz and Kit Wilson lose to Danhausen and his mystery partner. It's going to be interesting to see because I've also seen other reports that could be CM Punk or other people, but I don't know who it's going to be because they have a mystery. I'm glad they didn't put it out last night, so you have something like that. And then tonight, John Cena is going to have a big announcement for the WrestleMania card. And John Cena's supposed to have a big match, a big announcement tonight. I don't know what the announcement's going to be for John Cena, but it'll be interesting to see what John Cena's big announcement is. He says it's going to change the way we see WWE. Maybe he's coming back. Maybe he bought WWE with all the money he has from TKO. I don't know, but I'll be more than happy to discuss it later on when I know what it is. I just hope it's something big, because sometimes when they say they have big announcements, it turns out not to be as big of an announcement, and turns out not to be as big of an announcement, or turns out not to be that big of an announcement, and just be something small. And they try to build it up to say it's going to be a big announcement, but it turns out not to be as big of an announcement as we thought. But I just hope they do a good thing of an announcement. He says it's going to be something with WWE Club. I don't know what that means. But I like John Cena. Maybe he's coming back. That'll be a good match. And maybe he's the mystery partner for Danhausen. That'd be pretty cool, too. But we'll see. It's going to be interesting to see what happens tonight at 6 p.m. on ESPN Unlimited app and see what the big announcement is. It's going to be in Tampa Bay tonight, and that's where he lives. So he said it's going to be some big announcement in Tampa Bay. So it's going to be interesting to see what John Cena's big announcement is. I hope it's something big, but I don't know what it is. And I'm trying not to look at reports to try to see if people say, oh, they might know what his big announcement is, because I want to be surprised to see what his big announcement is. But we'll see. It's going to be interesting to see what happens to John Cena and see what he does and see what his big announcement is. I hope it's something big. But that's one of the main cards. We got Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker. For those of you that might be new to WWE, WWE sometimes likes to drag these things out and make WrestleMania and make these WrestleMania cards bigger, and make these feuds bigger after WrestleMania. So I don't know how this is gonna go tonight, because I can see Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins being the next feud, and maybe going all the way to SummerSlam or one of these other bigger pay-per-views this year, and maybe having a screw job at the end of tonight, or having Braun Breaker win, but only by help because of the Vision. The Vision is Braun Breaker's group led by Paul Heyman. It has Logan Paul in it. It has Austin Theory, and Paul Heyman is the wise counsel or manager for them. So I can see that happening. I can see them going and messing that up. Or I can see something else happening. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be interesting to see what happens tonight. But I think, if I had to pick right now, I think Braun Breaker wins this one. But I think Seth Rollins comes back and sniffs around and makes more of a match. But I think Braun Breaker wins this one. I think Braun Breaker just has more of an edge right now. And the way they're trying to build Braun Breaker, I think he wins this one. But I think somehow it's going to be a screw job. And it's going to end up helping going into Seth Rollins' favor, and making Seth Rollins have a future match along with other people. We also got Io Sky and Asuka. Io Sky and Asuka is going to be interesting. Maybe Kairi Sane comes back. Kairi Sane hasn't been on WWE for quite a while. Maybe she comes back and helps Io Sky beat Asuka. But I think this could be also a feud too. But I think that's gonna help. I think Io Sky wins against Asuka tonight. But it's going to be interesting. I mean, Asuka is one of the other people, but Asuka does have help. So it's going to be interesting to see if Io Sky gets help. I mean, I know it's a one-on-one match, and if you have help, it's cheating. But sometimes they let that slide in these pay-per-view events, or premium live events. That are not pay-per-views anymore, premium live events on ESPN Unlimited, since you pay $30 a month to watch it. But you get all of ESPN stuff too. But anyway, I think Io Sky is going to win. Or maybe Asuka. That's a toss-up. That one's a coin flip for me. Because I don't really know who's going to win that one. I don't really know which way to go with that in WWE. Because both of them are hot right now. I don't know which way they're going to go that one in WWE right now. And then we have the United States Championship between Sami Zayn, and Trick Williams. I think Trick Williams is going to win his first title defense. I don't think he's going to lose to Sami Zayn unless Sami Zayn somehow cheats, or the Gingerbread Man comes back to life and helps Sami Zayn win. Sami Zayn could win and make it back, because the United States Championship is not as prestige, in my opinion, as the WWE World Heavyweight Championship that Roman Reigns has. So maybe that could be the title change tonight, and Seth Rollins or Sami Zayn could be the one to be the only title change tonight, which I'll just call it now. Sami Zayn's going to be the title change tonight. We'll see. I mean, I don't know. It's the first match between him and Trick Williams, and Trick Williams is one of the young upcomers, so I don't know if they're going to take the title off of him right away, or if they're going to have him have more of a feud. I could also see Trick Williams winning, but getting attacked at the end by Carmelo Hayes, because we haven't seen Carmelo Hayes come back in quite a while. And in NXT, Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams had a friendship and then had quite a feud. So I can see them bringing that feud back to SmackDown, but we'll see what happens with that. We have Danhausen versus Mystery Partner. We don't know who the mystery partner is, but I think Danhausen's going to win some goofy way. He could maybe clone himself. Maybe got a cloning machine to work last night, but it was broken near the end of SmackDown before we had the Gingerbread Man's funeral. Maybe gets that fixed, but we'll see. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with Danhausen and his mystery partner. I mean, if it is Jelly Roll, I'd be okay with Jelly Roll, because I do like Jelly Roll, but I'd rather see Danhausen and mystery partner be somebody else than be Danhausen and mystery partner. But we'll see his mystery partners. Maybe it's John Cena, or maybe it's himself. I mean, it could also be a kid. It's a couple years ago, Braun Strowman just got a random kid from the audience to be his partner, so maybe it's just a random kid or something. I don't know who it's going to be, but I'm glad they are waiting, so it's a surprise. Hopefully he comes out first, and it looks like he's going to be the only one, and then somebody comes out. But I think Danhausen's going to win, because I think Danhausen's just hot right now. I think he's one of the most funniest characters right now, him and R-Truth. Maybe R-Truth is his partner. It's going to be interesting to see who his partner is, because that's what we don't know right now. We don't know who his partner is going to be, and we don't know how he's going to do it. But we know Danhausen and his partner are going to be somebody. I mean, I don't think he's going to be fighting by himself. I don't think it's going to be a handicap match. A handicap match is 3-on-1. or 2-on-1. I don't think it's going to be a handicap match. I think it's going to be a tag match. I think it's going to find somebody. I mean, there's a lot of people that are mad at The Miz than other people, so maybe somebody steps up and he has somebody in mind. But last night, he first started off with a sign-up sheet, and then The Miz and Kit Wilson came out, and Kit Wilson called him toxic because that's Kit Wilson's T-O-X-I-C, however you spell toxic. I called him that and said that the only one that will be willing to fight for Miz himself, and showed him a picture of a mirror. So that's what led later on to The Miz and Kit Wilson. That's what led on later on in SmackDown last night when I was watching it to Danhausen making a clone of himself. Like if you used to watch the Family Matters, he had like one of those machines like Steve Urkel would make himself Stephon or Cal and make a clone of himself. He was trying to make a clone of himself out of a clone machine, and it busted and made a loud noise, and he said, "Shit." That's what he said. So don't flag my thing because I said shit. But he said shit, and now we don't know who his partner is going to be. So it's going to be interesting to see who he gets as his partner. Maybe it's John Cena. Maybe it's somebody else. Maybe somebody comes back. Maybe it's Kevin Owens to be the partner. I mean, I don't know who it's going to be. That's what I like about WWE. I don't know who it's going to be, and I'm not going to be looking at my phone to see, oh, look, Kevin Owens or blah, 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 blah is in Tampa Bay today. I wonder why. So I want to be surprised later tonight at 6 p.m. when I watch it, or whenever I watch it later tonight. Because I'm doing shopping today, but I want us to be surprised to see who his mystery partner is. But it's going to be interesting to see who his mystery partner is. It's going to be interesting to see who his mystery partner is. But I think Danhausen's going to win. I think Danhausen's a funny character right now, and I think they try to build this feud more and try to say that he has some random mystery partner. And then last night, Kit Wilson was looking at his phone, and The Miz was trying to get his attention. So I think they're going to try to make The Miz and them break up or something. So that's why Miz and Kit Wilson break up as have partners, or have Miz and Kit Wilson. I think The Miz is going to get mad. Let me think this straight. I think The Miz, if he loses, will get mad at Kit Wilson, and that'll lead on to more feuds. And they'll lead on to more feuds to Danhausen. Maybe Danhausen says, "You are cursed," and curses them and somehow wins. But Danhausen, I think, is going to win. I think he's funny right now, and this is his first premium live event, or pay-per-view event. I mean, I know call them pay-per-view events, but that's what they used to be called. But now they call them premium live events. This is his first premium live event since he came into WWE. I mean, I know he did WrestleMania and came out and won the premium live events out of the box. But WrestleMania was just a skit, and it wasn't really a match. So this is his first match at a premium live event in WWE, and I think he's going to win. And then we got the World Heavyweight Championship between Roman Reigns and CM Punk. Oh, excuse me. That's a joke. That was WrestleMania. Then we got the World Heavyweight Championship. Maybe CM Punk is his partner. It's Danhausen's partner. Maybe somebody else. Maybe it's Jelly Roll. I mean, if it is Jelly Roll, I'll be okay with that because Jelly Roll did have a match against Kit Wilson a couple weeks ago before WrestleMania when it came to Pittsburgh and beat Kit Wilson and has a feud with Kit Wilson and had a feud with The Miz, so maybe it is Jelly Roll. I mean, they do like to get their celebrities in there, so maybe it is Jelly Roll that comes in there and helps Danhausen, or maybe somebody else. I mean, I kind of want to see somebody else, like maybe CM Punk or somebody that could, like Kevin Owens or somebody coming back that could be like his partner and be like, oh, that can make a tag team. Maybe it's R-Truth. Maybe R-Truth comes out and helps them and thinks, I don't know, it could be R-Truth. That'd be pretty funny too. I hope it's somebody that's funny because that's the whole gimmick of Danhausen, so I hope it's somebody funny, but we'll get on to the next match. I don't know who it's going to be, but I think Danhausen and mystery partner will win that match. Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu. I like Jacob Fatu. He's all gas and no breaks, and he's one of Roman Reigns' many cousins that's in WWE, because for those who don't know, if you're related to Rock or related to Roman Reigns and Samoan, you're basically a sure thing into WWE. But I think Roman Reigns wins this one. I think it's going to be a good match. It's going to be interesting to see. He's finally got back together with the Usos, and they have the MFTs that might be behind. But Jacob Fatu's all by himself. So it's going to be interesting to see if Roman Reigns wins it by himself like he did at WrestleMania. I hope he tries to win it by himself and doesn't have the MFTs help him It doesn't have, excuse me, not the left. It doesn't have Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso try to help him in the match. I hope he wins it by himself and it's not some cheating match that somehow The Rock, Roman Reigns wins, but has his cousins help him win. But we'll see. It's going to be an interesting match. It's going to be an interesting match. I think it's going to be a good match. But I just don't see Roman Reigns losing with all the build-up and how much they pay Roman Reigns and how much of a superstar he is. I mean, I like Jacob Fatu too, and I think Jacob Fatu is going to have a good future. And maybe later on, like earlier on when I said they're going to have a feud between Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker, maybe this is a feud too between Jacob Fatu and his cousin Roman Reigns. Maybe that's another feud. But this time I see the Edge going to Roman Reigns, so I don't see Roman Reigns losing. I know a lot of people are bitching and complaining because Roman Reigns got taken out of some things and he said he's going to be here all time or not a part-timer, so I know people are complaining about that. But I just think Roman Reigns is going to win. I don't see Jacob Fatu winning. I mean, I know it could be wrong, and Jacob Fatu could win. I hope it's a good match, and like I said, I hope there's no cheating in the match, and I hope Roman Reigns wins. I mean, I do hope Roman Reigns wins since I picked him, but I don't think I hope there's no cheating in the match. But we'll see. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in that match. But I think Roman Reigns wins. Let's go back over the matches again. John Cena's appearance. He's going to have some big announcement. I wonder what John Cena's big announcement is going to be. Hopefully something big for WWE. He says it's going to change the landscape and be big for future stars, all stars, and it's about Club WWE. But I don't know what that means about Club WWE. But I'll let you guys know that later on in the Stache Sports on the recap video of Backlash. And I'll make sure I tell you that so you don't see the spoilers if you want to watch and haven't seen it when I do my recap. I don't know if I'll do an episode tomorrow, but we'll see. I think Braun Breaker is going to beat Seth Rollins, but I don't know if it's going to be a fair match because Braun Breaker does have the vision. So I don't know if Logan Paul and Austin Theory is going to try to help him win, but I do see that coming at the feud. But I see the Edge going to Braun Breaker now. I don't know if Seth Rollins is going to win. I mean, Seth Rollins needs to win to make the feud, but I think Braun Breaker wins this one, and I think it still leads to a feud down the road, like the last match, but we'll see. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe this is the one and only match that they're going to have, but I watched WWE my whole life so far, and I think this is going to lead to a feud. We got Io Sky versus Asuka. I think I see a returning Kairi Sane. There's reports that Kairi Sane got cut from WWE and went to New Japan. I don't know if that's true, but maybe she comes back. If not, I see Kairi Sane win against Asuka tonight, but leading more to a feud too between Asuka. Whatever. I changed my mind. I see Kairi Sane win against Asuka tonight, but I see that leading to a feud too. Maybe this is the next feud between Asuka and them. I mean, Asuka does have help with one of her other people, but I can't remember the name right now, but Asuka does have help. So it's going to be interesting to see if Asuka's friend tries to help Asuka win, or if Asuka does it by herself. Because Asuka's one of these other wrestlers that likes to cheat and likes to help and help herself win. But I see Asuka win. I see Io Sky Asuka winning. That's a toss-up. That's the one match that I don't exactly know, like the United States Championship match. That's the one match I don't know. I mean, or the other ones too. I mean, never know where WWE goes, but sometimes it's easy to predict. But sometimes it's hard. But I think Io Sky wins. Because I like Io Sky, so that's what I'll be rooting for. I mean, I could see Asuka winning. And like I've gone over, I think Danhausen and Mr. Part are going to beat Kid Wilson and The Miz. But I think they're going to try to drag this out. Because this is Danhausen's first real big feud since coming to WWE. So I think they're going to try to drag it out and make it look like that. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I mean, Danhausen is one of the decent wrestlers, but I think he's going to win something fun. I think he's going to win. If he wins, it's going to be interesting to see who his partner is, because we don't know. But I hope it's somebody good. I don't know if I want to be Jelly Roll, like I said, but you can go back and listen to that later. Or you probably already heard it and might gotten away of it. Oh well. But I don't know who his partner is going to be, but we'll see. But I think he wins. I think I'll go with an upset here. I don't know if I picked Trick Williams, but I changed my mind in the recap. I think Sami Zayn is going to win the match. Because the United States Championship, I think that might be the one that moves. But I don't know, like I said earlier on, if we're going to have Trick Williams lose. I mean, I think Trick Williams, I don't know. That's a toss-up too. I think Trick Williams wins or Sami Zayn wins. I know I say Trick Williams. Because I think they're going to have Trick Williams go against Carmelo Hayes, who used to have a championship belt. And I think Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams just makes a better feud than Sami Zayn. But Sami Zayn is trying to go bad, so maybe Sami Zayn turns heel tonight and tries to win the United States Championship back. I mean, that's going to be a toss-up match too, like Kyrie's saying, Io Sky. Roman Reigns, I think it's going to be Jacob Fat too. But we'll see. It's going to be an interesting match. If you're watching WWE, I hope you enjoyed WWE tonight. I mean, I will try to enjoy tonight too. It's going to be interesting to see who Danhausen's partner is going to be. I really hope it's somebody good. And see what John Cena's big announcement is. But I think Braun Breaker wins, Io Sky wins, Danhausen wins, Trick Williams wins, and Roman Reigns wins. You know what? I changed my mind. I think Sami Zayn wins. That's my final answer. I think Sami Zayn wins. I mean, I know I'm big wishy-washy. That's one of the ones I have trouble with. But I think Sami Zayn wins. You heard it here first on Stache Sports. I think that's the United States Championship belt. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see because sometimes on pay-per-views right after WrestleMania, but you don't have a belt change hands. So you see Trick Williams and Seth Rollins winning, or Sami Zayn winning. I mean, I don't know. I would say go with my gut and say Trick Williams. Here's an update from, if I can get it load, about Danhausen's mystery partner. Last night, the Pirates lost 5-1 against the San Francisco Giants. I think the Pirates win again tonight, and I think they win tomorrow, and I think they win the series against the San Francisco Giants. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Last night, the Buffalo Sabres lost too, but I think the Buffalo Sabres win. The next game against Montreal and Montreal Canadiens, I think they go up 2-1 in that series, and I think the Buffalo Sabres win. Las Vegas Golden Knights want to go up 2-1. I could see the Anaheim Ducks in the next game tying that up and going up. But we'll see. I mean, the Pirates did something, but that's going to be the next question. Who's going to be the odd man out in the Pirates rotation when Jared Jones comes out? Carmen Majeski didn't look good last night. Is it Carmen Majeski, or is it going to be the young and upcomer Bubba Chandler? Bubba Chandler has been looking good either, but I don't think it's going to be the average three pitchers that get called down or get moved to the bullpen when I don't think it's going to be the average three pitchers that get moved down to the bullpen when Jared Jones comes back from injury from last year. Jared Jones has been out for quite a while with an injury, and we don't know when he's going to come back. We don't know when he's going to come back. It's going to be interesting to see what happens when Jared Jones comes back to see who they bring down. Because some of these people think it could be Carmen Majeski, and some other people think it could be Bubba Chandler. Or it could be Carmen Majeski into the bullpen, where Carmen Majeski does pretty well. Carmen Majeski is a good bullpen arm, and that's something the Pirates need. It's a better bullpen arm, and somebody else help the bullpen. So maybe they move Carmen Majeski to the bullpen and put in the other one. But we'll see. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. The hell? Come on, yes. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. I don't know what's going to happen in WWE. I don't know what's going to happen with that, but we'll see. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens and how they pan that out. But that's going to be a tough decision by the new coach Don Kelly from last year, when he has one of his injured stars coming back to see who he puts and to see if he makes a good decision. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. But I think the Pirates won their next 2 games, and I think they won the series against the San Francisco Giants. They're 5-2 right now in the month of May. That's still pretty good for the Pirates, these young Pirate players. I mean, they haven't been 5-1 for the month of May since like 2000, I think I heard last night on the Nightly Sports Call. So that's nice to see the Pirates are doing better now and not being as bad as they are in the month of May. I mean, I know it's only early season and we still have a lot of baseball season left. I know it's only early season and we have a lot of baseball season left, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'll see what happens. I think the Carolina Hurricanes are going to sweep the Philadelphia Flyers. You heard it here first. I think the Philadelphia Flyers will get swept. I think the Flyers will get swept, and I think the Avalanche win again tonight and go up 3-0. I think the Carolina Hurricanes win their 7th or 8th consecutive game in the playoffs. It's interesting. The Carolina Hurricanes haven't lost a playoff game yet. I don't think they're going to lose a playoff game tonight. I think the Carolina Hurricanes win tonight. And I think the Colorado Avalanche win tonight. Tomorrow, I think the Buffalo Sabres take it to Canada. That's at 7 p.m. on ESPN. I think the Buffalo Sabres win tomorrow and take that first game of Canada. I think Anaheim Ducks win Game 1 in Anaheim and take a 2-2 series lead. So that's tomorrow's game. I think the Buffalo Sabres win and tie that up at 2 games apiece. And I think Anaheim Ducks tie that game up at 2 games apiece. I know it's wrong every night. We'll see if I'm right another night. But we got to watch that tomorrow to see. I gotta go over that again. Tomorrow. I think the Philadelphia Flyers win tonight, and I think the Colorado Avalanche win tonight. So go 3-0. I think Philadelphia's goose is cooked. I mean, I don't know if it would have been a better series if the Pirates would have been in it. I mean, the Penguins would have been in it, excuse me. But I just don't see the Philadelphia Flyers winning tonight. I just don't see the Philadelphia Phillies winning tonight. That game's at 6 p.m. on TNT. But we'll see. It's going to be an interesting time of the year. I love sports, so we'll see. But I just don't see I see the Carolina Hurricanes. They're really hot right now. And by winning 4-2, I just don't see. I just don't see that happening. But maybe the Philadelphia Flyers do get 1 game, and it's a gentleman's sweep. A gentleman's sweep means the Carolina Hurricanes win a Game 5. So maybe that happens, but I think the Philadelphia Criers, lose tonight. I think the Philadelphia Criers lose tonight. I think the Blue Jays win today. I think the Orioles win today. I think the Reds win today. I think the Red Sox win today. I think the Marlins win today. I think the Phillies win today. I think the Indians win today. I think the Cubs win today. I think the Tigers win. I think the Yankees win against the Brewers. I think the Mariners beat the White Sox. I think the Mets beat the Diamondbacks. I think the Cardinals beat the Padres beat the Cardinals. I think the Pirates beat the Giants. Geez, 9 o'clock tonight. At least it's not as late tonight. I think the Pirates win tonight. Bryson Ashcraft's going tonight. Bryson Ashcraft is one of the better Pirate pitchers, and I think Bryson Ashcraft has yet a good game tonight. And I think the Atlanta Braves win tonight. Do. But we'll see. I hope the Pirates bounce back. The Pirates have been good this year, bouncing back after losing games 5-1 or by big margins. So hopefully they can bounce back and win tonight. But we'll see. It's going to be an interesting time to see if the Pirates can bounce back. But I think the Pirates bounce back tonight, and I think they win. And I think the Pirates win tomorrow and take off in Game 7. It's going to be interesting to see if the Pirates can do it. The Pirates have been doing pretty good so far on their West Coast trip. I know they've lost 2 games so far on their West Coast trip, but that's pretty good for the young Pirate players to do. Tomorrow's games, I think the Marlins beat the Nationals. I think the Orioles beat the Athletics tomorrow. I think the Rockies beat the Phillies tomorrow. I think the Tampa Bay Devil Rays beat the Boston Red Sox tomorrow. I think the Blue Jays beat the Angels. I think the Astros beat the Reds tomorrow. I think the Indians beat the Twins tomorrow. I think the Yankees beat the Brewers tomorrow. I think the Mariners beat the White Sox tomorrow. I think the Cubs beat the Rangers tomorrow. The Rangers beat the Cubs, I think the Pirates, 4 or 5, geez. I think the Pirates beat the Giants tomorrow. I think the Dodgers beat the Braves tomorrow. I think the Diamondbacks beat the Mets tomorrow. I think the Padres beat the Cardinals tomorrow. And I think the Tigers beat the Kansas City Royals. Last night, the New York Knicks won up 3-0, and the New York Knicks won up 3-0 against the Philadelphia 76ers. That looks like I wonder if the Philadelphia 76ers will be able to come back. I mean, I know that Boston Celtics blew a 3-1. That's back to baseball still. But we'll see. It's going to be an interesting time to see what happens in basketball. And I think the San Antonio Spurs won last night, but I'm trying to wait for my computer to load to see the score. But I was watching WWE SmackDown and Raw last night, so I wasn't watching the basketball, so I can't remember the scores of the games. But we'll see what happens. It's going to be an interesting time of the year to see what happens. The lesson that came up in my video, right now, we still are in the waiting game for Aaron Rodgers, and I'm getting really sick and tired of having to wait for Aaron Rodgers. I hope Aaron Rodgers makes up a decision. I know we still have the rest of today and tomorrow, and they said he's going to come into town, but who knows if he's even in town. Some reports say they don't even know where Aaron Rodgers is. Some reports say he's coming to town. Who knows who the heck is right anymore. I hope Aaron Rodgers makes up his mind, or we just tell him to hit the bricks and go Will Howard or Drew Aller or Mason Rudolph and see what they do. I mean, next year's quarterback class is a lot better. I mean, I know I'm going to be talking about it a lot, but we'll see. The New York Knicks won 108-94 last night, and the San Antonio Spurs won 115-108. The Spurs are up 2-1. I think the Pistons go up 3-0 tonight against the Cleveland Cavaliers. You heard it here first on Stache. And I think the Thunder go up 3-0 on the Lakers. The Thunder are looking really good. I know the Lakers don't have Luka Doncic, and that might be a big factor for them, but I think the Lakers lose tonight. Sunday. I think the Timberwolves take game 2 and tie that up 2-0 tomorrow. I think the Minnesota Timberwolves win tomorrow. And I think the New York Knicks sweep the Sixers. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see if the Sixers can win. The Sixers are a good team. Maybe they might try to win one game, make a gentleman's sweep, but I don't know. I say the Sixers win tomorrow, or whatever. I just say the Sixers win tomorrow against the Knicks to make that sweep. I say the Philadelphia Flyers lose tonight against Carolina. I say Anaheim Ducks tie it up. Buffalo ties it up tomorrow. And Colorado wins tonight. Yeah, Colorado wins tonight and goes up 3-0. The Carolina Hurricanes send the Philadelphia Flyers to Cancun tonight. And tomorrow, and then tomorrow, the Buffalo Sabres tied up at 2, and Anaheim Ducks tied up at 2. But we'll see. Minnesota wins tomorrow. The Thunder win tonight, and the Pistons win tonight. But we'll see. I mean, the Cavaliers are a good team, but it's going to be interesting to see if the Cavaliers can stop turning the ball over. James Harden, who all people think is a good player, has been turning the ball over a lot, so maybe James Harden stop turning the ball over. We still have no news on Aaron Rodgers, if we have any news, I might have an emergency press conference video tomorrow, but I don't know, or it might just do it on Monday. But we still have no news on Aaron Rodgers, so hopefully Aaron Rodgers makes up his stupid mind soon. But thank you for watching another episode of Stache Sports. Have a good weekend, Stashers, and thank you for being loyal Stashers and watching Stache Sports. If you have any comments, please leave them down below.